guys, today we are doing 2 reading colors about President's Day. So our first one is the history of President's Day. There have been many presidents in American history. Our country honors 2 of them in the month of February. George Washington was the first president honored in this way. In 1796, our nation first celebrated Washington's birthday. The nation wanted to thank him for the hard work that he had done. His birthday was made a holiday, and a new tradition had begun. This first birthday celebration was held while he was still president. On February the 11th, they had the first national event. When a new calendar was introduced, the date had to be changed. February 22nd was now the date, and things were rearranged. By the early 19th century, it was a federal holiday, and there were balls and parties held. People were bright and gay. Then, in 1864, President Lincoln was shot and killed. A year later during his birthday, the halls of Congress filled. Everyone came together to honor this great man. Even with his memorial observance, a new tradition began. Some states added Lincoln's birthday as a day to celebrate, but it did not become a legal holiday until 1968. When the Congress passed the Monday Holidays Act, the date was changed again. Now the third Monday in February honors these 2 men. Now we have President's Day. Their birthdays have been combined, and we have a 3-day weekend, just as it was designed. A day to think of all of the presidents who've made sacrifices, of serving as our president to help make living here so nice. And that is the history of President's Day. So our next reading color is, who would you want to be president? Who would you want to be president of the USA? Each president did his best for our country in his own way. To run a country like that, America takes courage, spirit, and will. To run a country like America, it takes courage, spirit, and will. And our presidents were amazing men whose shoes were hard to fill. Who would want to be the first president and live in the big White House with a first man or a first lady? That would be the president's spouse. In the White House, there's a bowling alley and an indoor swimming pool. There's also a movie theater. Do you think living there would be cool? I think it would be. Who would want to be president? You'd have to dress up every day. You couldn't lie around in your pajamas because what would people say? You would have to be nice to everyone, even if you disliked them a lot. And you'd have to take lots of risks if you were president, and several of them have even been shot. Who would want to be president? 6 presidents were named James. There were 4 Johns and 4 Williams, so it might help to have one of those names. Presidents come in all shapes and sizes, so your size would not matter at all. James Madison was only 5'4", and Abe Lincoln was 6'4" tall. He's pretty tall. Who would want to be the president? You must be at least 35. Theodore Roosevelt was the youngest and Reagan was the oldest, but neither of them are alive. It would be awfully hard to be president if you were quiet and shy. And to be elected president, you must be a likable guy or gal. would want to be president? Look in your family tree. If you have a relative that was a president, your chances are better, you see. Some presidents have been musical and others knew how to dance, but singing and dancing isn't required, so everyone still has a chance. Who would want to be president and run our entire country? They put pictures of you in the paper each day for the whole world to see. And you'd have some sort of profession that gave you some experience to start. Some have been teachers, farmers, or lawyers. All of them have been very smart. Who would want to be president? Would your goals be in that direction? If you really wanted to be president, you need to win the election. We have held the election for president every 4 years since 1879. Who would want to be a U.S. president? Would you run or would you decline? And that is, who would you want to be president? So I hope you guys have a really good President's Week and enjoy listening about the history of our presidents. Thanks.